My name is Robert Rose, and I'm a first-generation student. So I'm 42. I've been in law enforcement my entire adult life. I graduated high school in 1996. In '96, it still wasn't as important to need a college education to get into the workforce. There were still a lot of jobs available. I would say probably 50% of my class did not go to college, and some of the people that didn't finish. I went to college initially on a scholarship to play football. I got injured. I immediately entered the workforce and really never thought about going back. Fast forward 20 years, I have 2 kids of my own. I've been working full time. Seeing that there's not a lot of advancement now without a college education, because even the job that I'm in requires a college education now to even apply for. So that seems like all the people that are coming below me have college degrees of some sort. But it really kind of hit me when my son turned 17, and he was playing football, and we're going and visiting all these colleges, and he was kind of trying to decide whether he wanted to go to college. And he didn't actually say it, but I heard it from a lot of my friends' kids, that their excuse for not going to college was, well, you didn't go to college, Dad. And I didn't want that to be an excuse for my son. So I told myself then that I was going to make sure that before he graduated high school, I had a degree. That way, that couldn't be an excuse that he would use to not go to college. And so at 40 years old, I came to PC, and it was a big decision. It was intimidating. I felt kind of like that kid entering high school for the first day, because I had been in school for over 20 years, and all those things go through your mind of, do I remember enough stuff? Am I going to do well? Am I going to stand out? Is it going to be awkward? And I can remember walking into that class and looking at all those kids, and some of the kids I'd coached in my kids' football teams. Some of the kids had went to school with either of my kids, and they were looking at me like, I think they thought I was the teacher. And it was uncomfortable at first, but within a few weeks, I got to know a lot of those younger kids, and honestly, a lot of those younger kids were really great supports for me, because being out of school for so long, you don't know a lot of the Microsoft words. If you don't use that stuff like at work, which I don't, you don't know how to do that stuff. And a lot of those kids showed me little tips and techniques that helped me write papers and how to edit papers and how to get through things. And the teachers here were so awesome. I can't say that I've had a teacher yet, and I've taken online classes, I've taken in-class classes, and all of the teachers here have been more than willing to give you the extra time that you need to make sure that you further your education and that you do well. And it's done good for me. I initially was going back to school, like I said, to further my promotional opportunities in the career that I was in. I got my degree in administration of criminal justice, and after getting that degree, I decided that I maybe wanted to pursue a career in nursing. So I switched over and have now done all the prereqs for the nursing program. Actually, I have one more class. And hopefully I'll be entering the nursing program here in the next year. One, it'll give me a nice retirement job. I'll retire from the job I'm currently in, and then I can go work in nursing and still help people. And it's still, it's a good example for my kids. My older son is now in college. He's a freshman out of state. But I have a little kid who's 16. He'll be in college in a couple years. And he sees me doing homework, and he sees the things that I'm doing. So for me, it inspires him to let him know that he can do it too. Like I always tell him, I'm over 40 years old, and if I can work full time, and if I can go to school full time, and still maintain good grades, and still go to all your games, and do all the stuff I need to do, there's no reason you can't knock this stuff out when you're 18. For me, it's a good thing to set an example that education is never too late. And being here at Porterville College, from even some of the classes I didn't think I needed that were prereqs, like art. I loved my art class. My teacher probably made it one of the best classes, but I remember telling my wife, I think I'm going to, even when I'm done with my degrees, I'm probably going to come back out here and take pottery classes and just different things, because you can never stop learning. And even if it's something you think you might not like, for some reason out here, every class I've found I've loved.